emotions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trubisky now off the bootleg. That's caught by Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. The 20. There he goes right side. And they will Bears touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. 7 yards. On-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early hop
touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Bears first down.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Trubisky will throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete to
his first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 30. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now they try the right side here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
36-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards the pickup, first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 48-yard attempt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
at the 29-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Bears 21.
McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's a definite.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Trubisky. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Second and 11. On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
In on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
On the stop, Breeland Speaks. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down, Chicago.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This time, Trubisky will throw. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Rodgers from the gun on third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete.
Trubisky.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. To throw is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
He's brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, You might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They go play action. Trubisky under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And out.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 45-yard.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
We're on Green Bay.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him to first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Rodgers again now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good. We're on Green Bay Packer. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Number 38.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bears.
And again, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Kyle Fuller.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
The Bears ball carrier.
We got a plane to catch.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.